12 common cruise mistakes seniors make and how to prevent them. Picture this. You're 68 years old, finally retired, and ready to enjoy the cruise vacation you've been planning for months. But as you're trying to navigate the massive ship on embarkation day, you realize your cabin is on deck 12 and the elevator lines are 20 minutes long. You're already exhausted, your medications are packed away in checked luggage you won't see for hours, and you're starting to wonder if this relaxing cruise was a terrible mistake. This scenario plays out more often than you'd think, and it's completely preventable if you know what potential pitfalls to avoid. After witnessing hundreds of senior cruisers struggle with preventable problems over my 50-plus cruises, I've identified the most common mistakes that can turn a dream vacation into a stressful ordeal. Some of these mistakes are simple oversights that cost money and comfort. Others are planning errors that can actually be dangerous for older travelers. And a few? Well, they're assumptions about cruise ship accessibility and services that can leave seniors feeling frustrated and unprepared. Today, I'm revealing the 12 most common cruise mistakes seniors make, why they happen, and most importantly, how to prevent them so you can enjoy the relaxing, worry-free vacation you deserve. Before we dive into these cruise-saving tips, hit that subscribe button because proper cruise planning becomes even more important as we get older, and these strategies could make the difference between a great vacation and a disaster. Mistake number 1. Choosing the wrong cabin location. This is the big one that affects everything else about your cruise experience. Many seniors book interior cabins or cabins far from elevators and stairs because they're cheaper, not realizing how much walking and waiting this creates. Here's what happened to Margaret from Ohio. She booked a beautiful interior cabin on deck 2 to save money. What she didn't realize was that all the ship's activities, dining and entertainment, were on decks 10 to 15. She was making 20-plus elevator trips per day, often waiting 10 to 15 minutes for elevators during busy times. By day 3, she was exhausted and spending most of her time in the cabin because the constant elevator waits were wearing her out. She missed shore excursions because getting from her cabin to the gangway took 30 minutes during busy disembarkation times. The solution isn't necessarily booking expensive cabins, it's booking smart locations. Midship cabins have less motion for people prone to seasickness. Cabins near elevators reduce walking distances. Cabins on the same deck as main dining areas minimize elevator dependency. Here's the pro tip. When booking, ask specifically about cabin location relative to elevators, main dining rooms, and medical facilities. Spending an extra $200 on better cabin placement can save you hours of walking and waiting throughout your cruise. Mistake number 2, packing medications incorrectly. This mistake can literally be life-threatening, yet it happens constantly. Seniors often pack all their medications in checked luggage, leaving them without essential prescriptions for the first day or 2 of their cruise. I watched a diabetic passenger have a medical emergency on embarkation day because his insulin was in checked luggage that got delayed. He ended up in the ship's medical center, paying hundreds in medical fees for something completely preventable. The rule is simple. Bring at least 3 days' worth of all medications in your carry-on luggage. Better yet, pack enough for your entire cruise plus extra days in case of travel delays. But here's what many seniors don't know. Bring prescription bottles with original pharmacy labels, not pill organizers. Cruise ship medical centers and international ports require original prescription bottles to verify medications. Pill organizers can cause problems with ship security and foreign customs. Also, pack a detailed medication list with dosages, prescribing doctors, and emergency contact information. If you have a medical emergency, this information could save your life when ship doctors need to treat you. Mistake number 3, ignoring mobility planning. Many seniors underestimate how much walking and physical activity cruise ships require. Modern cruise ships are floating cities with long corridors, multiple decks, and lots of stairs even when elevators are available. The biggest mistake is not requesting mobility assistance when you need it. Cruise lines offer wheelchair rentals, mobility scooter accommodations, and assistance programs, but you need to arrange these services in advance. I've seen seniors struggle for entire cruises because they were too proud to request help or didn't know assistance was available. They missed excursions, skipped meals, and spent most of their time in cabins because getting around was too difficult. Here's what you need to know. Cruise lines are required to provide accessibility accommodations, but you must request them in advance. Wheelchair-accessible cabins, shower chairs, and mobility equipment rentals need to be arranged before sailing. If you use a cane, walker, or wheelchair at home, you'll definitely need these items on the ship. Don't assume cruise ships are easier to navigate than your daily life. They're often more challenging. Mistake number 4, overlooking travel insurance. This is where seniors can lose thousands of dollars and face serious financial consequences. Many older travelers skip travel insurance or buy inadequate coverage that doesn't protect them from cruise-specific risks. Here's a real example. Robert from Florida had a heart attack 2 days before his cruise. He didn't have travel insurance and lost $4,800 in non-refundable cruise costs plus airfare. His medical condition wasn't covered by any trip protection. But here's what's worse. Many travel insurance policies don't cover pre-existing medical conditions unless you buy coverage within 14 to 21 days of making your initial cruise deposit. Seniors are more likely to have pre-existing conditions that could affect their ability to travel. The solution is buying comprehensive travel insurance with pre-existing condition coverage immediately after booking your cruise. This covers trip cancellation, medical emergencies, evacuation costs, and missed connections. Don't rely on cruise line insurance. It's usually limited and doesn't cover many scenarios. Buy third-party travel insurance from companies that specialize in cruise coverage. Mistake number 5, booking inappropriate shore excursions. Cruise lines sell shore excursions without clearly communicating physical requirements, and seniors often book tours that are too strenuous or don't match their mobility levels. I watched a 75-year-old woman struggle through a moderate walking tour that included 2 hours of hiking on uneven cobblestones. She couldn't keep up with the group, missed half the tour content, and was miserable by the end. The problem is cruise lines use vague activity level descriptions. Light walking might mean 30 minutes or 3 hours, depending on the tour operator. Moderate activity could include stairs, hills, or rough terrain. Before booking any excursion, call the cruise line and ask specific questions. How many hours of walking? What type of terrain? Are there stairs? Are there bathroom breaks? Can the tour accommodate wheelchairs or walkers? Better yet, research independent tour companies at your ports that specialize in senior-friendly or accessibility-focused excursions. These often provide better experiences at lower costs with appropriate activity levels. Mistake number 6, misunderstanding dining options. Many seniors book cruises expecting all meals to be included, then get surprised by specialty restaurant charges, room service fees, and beverage costs that add hundreds to their cruise expenses. The confusion comes from cruise marketing that emphasizes all-inclusive dining without clearly explaining what's actually included versus what costs extra. Traditional main dining room meals are included, but almost everything else has charges. Eleanor from Georgia was shocked when her final cruise bill included $340 in unexpected dining charges. She'd eaten at specialty restaurants thinking they were included, ordered room service assuming it was free, and purchased drinks without realizing the costs. Here's what you need to understand. Main dining room dinner, buffet meals, and basic room service are typically included. Specialty restaurants, most alcoholic beverages, premium coffee drinks, and late-night room service usually cost extra. Plan your dining strategy before sailing. Decide which specialty restaurants are worth the extra cost, understand what's included with beverage packages, and budget for additional dining expenses. Mistake number 7, overpacking and under-organizing. Seniors often pack too much clothing and gear, then struggle to organize and access items in small cruise cabins. This creates daily stress and frustration throughout the cruise. The mistake is packing like you're going to a resort hotel instead of a cruise ship. Cruise cabins have limited storage space, small closets, and minimal drawer space. Overpacking makes everything harder to find and use. I've seen seniors spend 30 minutes every morning looking for items buried in overpacked suitcases. They bring 3 weeks worth of clothing for a 7-day cruise, then can't fit everything in the cabin storage. Here's the solution. Pack 1 nice outfit per formal night, 2 casual outfits per day, and 1 dress-up outfit per port. Bring comfortable walking shoes, 1 pair of dress shoes, and sandals or slip-ons for cabin use. Use packing cubes to organize clothing by type and day. Bring a small daily medication organizer. Pack essential items in easily accessible locations. Mistake number 8, ignoring health and safety precautions. Cruise ships present unique health challenges that seniors need to prepare for, but many older travelers don't take necessary precautions that could prevent illness or injury. The biggest issue is hand hygiene and illness prevention. Cruise ships are closed environments where illnesses spread quickly. Seniors with compromised immune systems are particularly vulnerable to norovirus, respiratory infections, and other cruise ship illnesses. But many seniors don't understand the importance of constant hand sanitizing, avoiding buffet self-service during illness outbreaks, or recognizing early symptoms of cruise ship illnesses. Another major issue is fall prevention. Cruise ships have moving floors, wet decks, stairs, and thresholds that create fall risks. Seniors need to be extra cautious about appropriate footwear and safety awareness. Always use hand sanitizer before eating, after touching public surfaces, and when entering dining areas. Bring antibacterial wipes for cabin surfaces. Pack non-slip shoes for wet deck areas. Mistake number 9, not understanding medical facilities and costs. This is a big one that can cost thousands of dollars. Many seniors assume cruise ship medical care is like Medicare coverage. It's not. Ship medical facilities charge premium prices and don't accept Medicare or most insurance plans. Ship doctors charge $150 to $200 just for basic consultations. Prescription medications cost 10 times pharmacy prices. Emergency procedures can cost thousands of dollars that you must pay immediately. I know a senior who needed IV fluids for dehydration and was charged $800 for something that would cost $200 at a hospital. The ship's medical center required payment before treatment, and Medicare didn't cover any cruise ship medical expenses. Before cruising, understand exactly what your insurance covers for cruise ship medical care. Verify whether your Medicare supplement plan includes cruise coverage. Consider additional medical coverage through your travel insurance. Bring extra prescription medications to avoid needing ship pharmacy services. Know how to contact your doctors from the ship if you need medical advice. Mistake number 10, misjudging technology requirements. Modern cruise ships rely heavily on apps, digital check-in, and technology that can frustrate seniors who aren't comfortable with smartphones and internet systems. Many cruise lines now require app downloads for checking in, viewing daily schedules, making reservations, and even unlocking cabin doors. Seniors who aren't tech-savvy can feel lost and unable to access basic ship services. The Wi-Fi situation is particularly challenging. Ship internet is expensive, slow, and often unreliable. Seniors who want to stay connected with family face high costs and technical frustrations. Before cruising, download your cruise line's app and practice using it. Consider purchasing internet packages if staying connected is important. Bring backup methods for important information, like printed daily schedules and restaurant reservation phone numbers. Ask someone tech-savvy to help you set up necessary apps and accounts before your cruise. Don't assume ship staff will have time to provide detailed technology assistance. Mistake number 11, unrealistic activity expectations. Many seniors book cruises expecting gentle, relaxing experiences, then get overwhelmed by the high-energy entertainment, crowded facilities, and party atmosphere on many ships. The mistake is choosing cruise lines and ships that cater to younger demographics when more mature-focused options would be better fits. Not all cruises are created equal for senior comfort and enjoyment. Large ships with 4,000-plus passengers can feel chaotic and overwhelming. Ships that market to families and younger crowds often have loud music, crowded pools, and entertainment that doesn't appeal to seniors. Research cruise lines and ships that cater to older demographics. Smaller ships often provide more relaxed atmospheres. Premium cruise lines typically have quieter, more sophisticated environments. Read recent reviews from passengers in your age group. Avoid ships known for party atmospheres if you prefer quieter experiences. Mistake number 12, poor financial planning and budgeting. The final major mistake is underestimating cruise costs beyond the initial fare. Seniors on fixed incomes can get shocked by additional expenses that double their cruise costs. Gratuities, beverage packages, specialty dining, shore excursions, spa services, photos, and internet packages can easily add $1,000 plus to cruise costs. Many seniors don't budget for these additional expenses. The prepayment trap is particularly problematic. Cruise lines encourage prepaying for services that might not be needed or used, but seniors often feel pressured to buy packages to save money. Create a realistic cruise budget that includes all potential additional expenses. Decide in advance which services are worth the extra cost. Don't feel pressured to buy packages just because they're offered at a discount. Bring cash for ports and small expenses. Understand your cruise line's gratuity policies. Set spending limits for onboard purchases. The Senior Smart Cruise Strategy. After observing successful senior cruisers for years, here's what the smartest ones do differently. They choose cruise lines and ships known for mature demographics and relaxed atmospheres. They book midship cabins on higher decks near elevators and main facilities. They pack light but smart, focusing on comfort and organization. They prepare for technology requirements in advance and bring backup plans. Most importantly, they plan for their actual needs and limitations, rather than trying to cruise like 30-year-olds. They embrace cruise features that enhance their comfort rather than fighting against their limitations. The bottom line, cruise mistakes become more expensive and potentially dangerous as we get older, but they're all preventable with proper planning and realistic expectations. The key is honest assessment of your needs and limitations, then planning accordingly. Don't let pride or optimism override practical considerations for your health, safety, and enjoyment. Modern cruise ships can provide amazing experiences for seniors, but only if you understand how to navigate them successfully. These strategies aren't about limiting your fun, They're about maximizing your enjoyment and safety. Remember, this might not be your last cruise. Planning smart for this one sets you up for many more successful cruise vacations in the future. Have you experienced any of these senior cruise challenges? What strategies have worked best for your cruise experiences? Share your tips and stories in the comments below to help other senior cruisers plan better vacations. Don't forget to subscribe for more senior-friendly cruise advice, because the best cruise vacations come from smart planning and realistic expectations. Until next time, cruise smart and sail safely.